In this video, we are going to discover the secrets of Istanbul's spice market. The locals know it as the Egyptian Bazaar. It is located right behind the famous Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. And unlike most other popular markets in Istanbul, it hasn't changed much over the past 200 years. If you visit Istanbul, it would be a crime not to shop at the spice market. You can find some really good quality products there. And if you like to cook, then the spice market is truly a paradise. Before we get into the secrets of the spice market, let's learn about its history. The Egyptian Bazaar was built in 1660 during the reign of Sultan Mehmet IV. The market was originally designed as a gift to the Egyptian Sultan. That's how the market got its name. Over the years, it has become one of Istanbul's top tourist attractions. However, even tourists don't know that the Egyptian Bazaar consists of two separate parts. The first part was built in 1660, but around 1870 the market had to be expanded to meet everyone's needs. This second expansion can be easily identified because all the buildings have a European architectural style. So you can tell which part was built first by looking at the architecture of the buildings. The older part of the market has a more Middle Eastern style to it. The Egyptian Bazaar is surrounded by 4 mosques. 2 of them were built before the market opened, while the other 2 were built after. To find the best quality products at the spice market, you should start from the inside and work your way out. You see, the shops at the very center of the market are mostly wholesale shops. They sell their products at lower prices because they are targeting retailers, not individual customers. If you talk to the shop owners at the center of the market, they will probably laugh at you if you ask them for a discount. But if you go to the outer perimeter of the market and buy your goods there, the shop owners will be more willing to bargain with you because they know you are just a regular customer who wants to buy something for himself. Also, the further you go away from the main entrance of the market, the higher the quality of the products will be. So try to avoid buying any spices or tea from the shops near the main entrance. Even though the quality of those products might be fine, you will definitely pay too much for them. One of the best things about the spice market is the huge variety of teas available there. There are many different kinds of teas sold in Turkey. Black tea is the most common type of tea drunk in Turkey. It is usually served with milk and sugar. The ideal brewing time for black tea is 5 to 7 minutes. The water should be boiling when the tea is brewed. Green tea is also very popular in Turkey. People believe that green tea helps with weight loss, so many people drink it before or after exercising. Herbal teas are another favorite in Turkey. One of my favorites is the refreshing mint tea. It is often served after a meal. Many people believe that drinking mint tea after a meal aids digestion. Turkish apple tea is also very delicious. It tastes like cinnamon and apple juice, but it isn't as sweet as you might expect. There are many other types of teas available in the spice market, but don't forget that all these teas are sold by weight. So the price you pay for the tea depends on how much tea you want to buy. Tea is very cheap in Turkey, especially when you compare it to Western European or American prices. A box of high-quality black tea costs only $40. If you are traveling to a country where tea is not the primary beverage, then I recommend you to buy tea for yourself or your loved ones back home. That way, you will have a nice souvenir that will remind you of your trip every time you drink a cup of Turkish tea. One thing you shouldn't do at the spice market is to be afraid of asking for a sample. In fact, I recommend you to do exactly that. But please don't abuse this privilege. Let me explain what I mean. In Turkey, if you are a guest, the host is expected to offer you something to drink whenever you visit his house. In the same way, if you visit a shop at the spice market, the shop owner should offer you something to taste. Most shop owners will automatically offer you some Turkish delight and coffee. Those who don't, feel free to ask for a sample. It is not rude at all. The only thing you shouldn't do is to abuse this opportunity. Let's say you go to a shop and ask for a sample. Then you start trying other shops. Don't do that. Once a shop owner offers you a sample, make sure to finish it and thank the shop owner for the hospitality. Then you can go to another shop. Otherwise, you will be seen as a disrespectful guest. One secret that many tourists don't know is that at the spice market you can buy fresh pomegranate juice. If you go to one of the fruit shops, you can order fresh pomegranate juice. All you have to do is to ask for a glass of pomegranate juice. Keep in mind that they don't have glasses at the spice market, so the juice will be served to you in plastic cups. But don't complain about it. You will love the taste of that juice. Freshly squeezed pomegranate juice tastes amazing. I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother used to make pomegranate juice every day, and she would always tell us that it was good for our health. You can also buy frozen pomegranate seeds at the market. The frozen pomegranate juice is basically pomegranate juice that has been frozen and dried. You can keep it for a long time and enjoy the taste of pomegranate whenever you want. All you have to do is to put a spoonful of frozen pomegranate seeds in a glass of water and stir until it melts. Another thing that you should definitely try at the Egyptian bazaar is Turkish delight. Of course, you can buy ready-made Turkish delight from a shop, but why would you do that? You can have a taste of what Turkish delight should taste like in a cafe. At the spice market, you can find cafes where you can have your Turkish delight with tea or coffee. This way, you can decide if you want to buy it or not. Also, instead of asking for a discount, you can ask for free Turkish delight at the end of your shopping. Shop owners will be happy to give you some pieces of Turkish delight if you ask for it. Now let's talk about one of the most important things at the spice market, and that is the prices. Remember what I told you earlier. Start your shopping from the inner part of the market and move towards the outside. The reason I'm telling you this is because the closer you get to the main entrance, the higher the prices will be. The shops near the main entrance know that most of their customers are tourists, so they raise their prices accordingly. Here is an example. Let's say you want to buy Turkish delight. The minimum price of a package should be 30 Turkish lira. If you see a shop selling the same package for 50 Turkish lira, then don't buy it. Go to another shop. If you continue walking, you will find a shop where you can buy the exact same product for 30 Turkish lira. Finally, one last secret of the spice market is that it is also known as the bird's paradise. As you walk through the market, you will notice many fountains with flowing water. This is done to attract birds to the market. These birds aren't just there for decoration. They help the shop owners promote their products. Imagine you are a tourist and you are looking for a shop where you can buy star anise. While you are searching, a bird flies down next to you and lands on a nearby branch. The bird pecks at a piece of star anise that falls to the ground. What do you think? Will you go to that shop to buy star anise? Of course, this is just one example, but there are many other examples like it. The shop owners at the spice market know which branches the birds like to sit on, so you will always see birds sitting on those branches. Welcome to the oldest and largest spice market in Istanbul, the Egyptian Bazaar, or Spice Bazaar, which was built in 1660. For over 3 centuries, this market has been famous for selling all kinds of spices and is considered to be one of Istanbul's most iconic tourist attractions. Today, we will discover some of its best-kept secrets so that when you visit the bazaar, you don't miss out on any of its hidden gems. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Secret No. 1. The Egyptian bazaar was built by an Armenian man named Kemankesh-Zadeh Valide Sultan, who was the wife of Sultan Mehmed IV and the mother of Sultan Ahmed II. And even though it was built by an Armenian woman, it has nothing to do with Egypt. It was just given that name because at the time there was a trade route between the Ottoman Empire and Egypt. That's why many people think that this market was built during the reign of an Egyptian sultan. However, we know very little about the life of this Armenian woman, but what we know is that she left a legacy that still stands today, and it's a symbol of the city of Istanbul. The second secret is that the Egyptian bazaar is not actually called the Egyptian bazaar. Instead, it's called the Spice Bazaar, or Misir Karsisi in Turkish. But since it's such a popular tourist attraction, many people refer to it as the Egyptian Bazaar. Secret number 3. The reason why the Egyptian bazaar became so popular is because in the past it used to be forbidden for ordinary citizens to buy spices. Only the sultans and the wealthy people could enjoy them. But once the spice bazaar was built, It opened up the opportunity for everyone to access these precious ingredients. You should also know that back then, spices were really expensive and they were considered to be more valuable than gold. This is because they had to be transported long distances by foot or by animal, which made them quite costly. Also, the fact that spices could preserve food made them very desirable among the rich and the powerful. Secret number 4. When the Egyptian bazaar was built, it was meant to be a rival to the spice bazaar, which was built earlier in 1461. The Galata market was built during the reign of Sultan Mehmed II after he conquered Constantinople. He wanted to turn the city into a bustling metropolis again. One way to achieve this goal was by building markets where merchants could sell their goods and make money. In order to compete with the Galata market, Sultan Mehmed IV decided to build his own market where he would sell spices. However, none of the sultans after him paid attention to this market until 200 years later when Sultan Ahmed III decided to renovate it. This is the same sultan who ordered the construction of the famous Dolmabahce Palace. Secret number 5. The main reason why the Egyptian bazaar is so beautiful is because of its unique architectural style. It has a large dome supported by 4 pillars, giving it a sense of grandeur and majesty. The interior of the bazaar is decorated with colorful tiles and ornaments that make it a feast for the eyes. And to top it off, there are 5 beautiful chandeliers that were gifted to the Sultan by the King of Sweden. One of the coolest things about the chandeliers is that each of them weighs around 7 tons and are made entirely from gold and crystal. But despite their heaviness, they were brought all the way from Stockholm to Istanbul without any damage. You can imagine how much effort and care went into transporting these priceless artifacts. Secret no. 6. While the Egyptian bazaar is mainly known for selling spices, you can find all kinds of products there, including sweets, dried fruits, nuts, teas, coffee, souvenirs, and other touristy items. In fact, there are over 800 different types of spices sold in this market, so whether you're looking for something specific or just want to browse around, you'll likely find it here. Now that you know about the history of the bazaar, let's talk about the different kinds of spices you can find there. Secret number 7. One of the most popular spices sold at the Egyptian bazaar is saffron, which is extracted from the crocus flower. Saffron is known for its vibrant color and distinct flavor and aroma. It's often used in Middle Eastern cuisine to add a touch of warmth and depth. If you're a fan of saffron, be sure to check out the Egyptian bazaar, where you'll find high-quality saffron that's perfect for cooking or adding to your tea. Another must-try spice at the Egyptian bazaar is mastic. Mastic is a resin that's extracted from the mastic tree, which is native to the Greek island of Chios. It has a unique piney flavor and is often used to add depth and complexity to dishes. Mastic is also known for its health benefits, as it contains antioxidants and antimicrobial properties. So if you're looking to add a healthy and flavorful twist to your meals, be sure to try the mastic sold at the Egyptian bazaar. Secret number 8. Another spice that you have to try is sumac. Sumac is a spice that comes from the berries of the sumac bush. It has a tart and tangy flavor that's similar to lemon juice, and it's often used as a condiment in Middle Eastern cuisine. Sumac is also rich in antioxidants and vitamins, making it a healthy addition to your diet. At the Egyptian bazaar, you'll find a variety of sumac products, including ground sumac, sumac powder, and sumac paste. Whether you prefer to sprinkle it on your dishes or use it as a marinade, you're sure to appreciate the unique flavor of this versatile spice. Moving on, we have cumin. Cumin is a spice that comes from the seeds of the cumin plant, and it has a warm, earthy flavor that's often used in Middle Eastern and Indian cuisine. Cumin is also believed to have digestive benefits, and it's a good source of iron and fiber. At the Egyptian bazaar, you can find cumin in both whole seed and ground form, making it easy to add to your favorite recipes. Whether you're cooking a hearty stew or a flavorful curry, cumin is a must-have spice that's sure to add a punch of flavor to your dish. Let's not forget about cinnamon, which is a spice that comes from the bark of the cinnamon tree. Cinnamon has a sweet, warm flavor, and it's often used in both sweet and savory dishes. It's also believed to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. At the Egyptian bazaar, you can find cinnamon sticks and ground cinnamon, which is perfect for adding to your morning cup of tea or coffee. You can also use it to spice up your baked goods or add a touch of warmth to your favorite recipes. And finally, we have black pepper, which is a spice that comes from the dried, unripened fruit of the black pepper plant. Black pepper has a pungent, spicy flavor that's essential to many cuisines around the world. It's also believed to have digestive and respiratory benefits. At the Egyptian bazaar, you can find black peppercorns and ground black pepper, which is perfect for adding to your favorite dishes. Whether you're cooking a simple stir-fry or a hearty soup, black pepper is a must-have spice that's sure to add a kick to your meal. So the next time you're in Istanbul, be sure to visit the Egyptian bazaar and try some of these amazing spices. You'll be glad you did. Now it's time for you to reveal another secret about the Egyptian bazaar. Take a look around and see if you can spot the hidden object in this picture. Pause the video and leave a comment below with what you think it is. And if you're right, I'll give you a special shout-out. Ready? Go. Okay, time to check your answers. How many secrets did you already know before watching this video? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've learned something new, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you never miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.